Hello and welcome to week 18 of the Turtle Wax Flex Wax versus Bowdens Own Bead Machine spray wax test on the bonnet. So it's now week 18. These have lasted a lot longer than I thought they would. So to be honest with you, probably both very good value for money. As you can see, the bonnet has been sitting outside. There's some leaves and stuff on there. The weather's turned not great here in Melbourne, I'll be honest. It's we're heading towards winter now, and we're getting some rain, wind, and dust blowing everywhere. So, which is good for this test because it will obviously test the two products and stress test them a little bit more than what our summer and autumn did. So, as always, we simulate a weekly wash. Unfortunately, was unable to upload yesterday. It was Good Friday here in Australia, so was unable to get out there and get this test done. However, I am kind of grateful that I wasn't able to, because it did rain quite a bit yesterday, so I was able to stress test that little bit more, get that extra day in. Doing this on the Saturday, the Easter Saturday. Let's see how it's all holding up. So as always, we start with the Bowdens Own Bead Machine. So I'm having a look at this, and it looks very strong in some areas. So towards the right side of the bonnet, it looks like it's quite strong. So when I move the water out there, it sheets off better than what it is in the center of the bonnet. So although it is failing in some aspects are still holding strong and sheeting off really well. So over to the Turtle Wax Flex Wax. I'm going to find something a little bit similar. So you can see the bottom left there, it's sheeting off quite well. But towards the middle, it's not sheeting off that well. However, I still think that the Turtle Wax is probably a little bit harder to flood. So we're going to have a look at the Bowdens Own Bead Machine once again. It's so satisfying watching it all sheet off at once. When I move the water to the right and you just see it all sheet off like that, it looks fantastic, doesn't it? Over to the Turtle Wax Flex Wax. Yeah, it still looks like the Turtle Wax is holding a little bit stronger at the moment. I mean, for any residue of any of these two products at this late stage is still very impressive. So let's have a look at the comparison. So we're going to move the water from right to left. So that gives the advantage to the Bowdens Own Bead Machine. And then over from the left to the right, this gives the advantage to Turtle Wax Flex Wax. Yeah, so when the water sheets from one side to the other, when you're going against, I guess, the panel, it does make it harder for your product essentially to sheet it off well. But you can see a clear advantage from when we go from left to right, and then right to left to each of the product. But I don't know, when I look at the disadvantages, I feel like the Turtle Wax Flex Wax is performing a little bit better at the moment. So again, thank you all for watching. Don't know how long I'm going to do this for until one of them completely fails. This might be long and drawn out, but thanks for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe.